Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is a really sad reality for so many who have been to war. The treatment takes time and money, and sometimes it just doesn't work. It's believed up to 17% of American troops returning from Iraq suffered from it. Now, researchers think that they can prevent it by giving soldiers a taste of what it's actually like in battle before they're actually deployed. Scientists at the University of Southern California are using virtual reality. Take a look at this video. They're exposing soldiers who are about to go out there to this kind of images to expose them to the potential trauma that they could experience in war. They're also using technology to recreate things like the smells and the sensations troops might experience, like the smell of petrol or fire, rotting garbage, and even human remains or the vibrations of a Humvee. The soldiers are also exposed to the trauma of just looking on helplessly as a child dies. Now, this all seems maybe a little bit extreme, but early research is showing that the method is working. So if I'm a soldier about to go to war, what would it be like for me?
Well, the important thing to keep in mind here is that not only do we expose people to these kinds of events that people with PTSD commonly report to haunt them, but at that moment we deliver resilience training, emotional coping strategies that are designed to help people cope with very difficult and challenging situations like they will possibly have in combat.
So how do you actually do it? How do you actually put it together? I mean, do you get footage from real events? How do you create the smells and the kind of traumatic situations in what you're doing?
The traumatic situations really come from our work treating PTSD with exposure therapy using a similar simulation, not quite as graphic, where we actually have patients recount a narrative about the types of experiences, the hard experiences that they went through when they were under tour duty. And so we're really drawing these events that we're creating from the actual stories of people that have PTSD and are going through treatment. Now, the smells, that's a big challenge. It's not as easy as you might think. We can create the visuals quite well. Game technology has enhanced that. The sounds, we actually had somebody go to Iraq and record battle sounds and common sounds. So we have very realistic sound. The smell, well, that's, we're hoping that further engages people. It taps into the area of the brain that's responsible for fear conditioning, an area called the amygdala, where the olfactory connection is intimately linked with memory and emotion.